Page 74, For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. We get another piece in 6/8 time. Won't that be fun, huh? At the top of the page, they're introducing you to the key of E flat major. Won't that be fun, huh? E flat major has 3 flats. And the order is always the same. The first flat's always a B flat. The second flat is always an E flat. And now the third flat they're adding in is an A flat, and it's always the third flat. And that what I'm talking about is in the actual times or the key signature there in the music. The flats come in a specific order. That's not the order you're going to use them in. Don't get confused there. It's the order they're listed in the music. The idea is eventually you're just going to glance and you'll see how many it is. You automatically know what it is, and you'll know what the key is. Now, I would encourage you at this point, go to my scale video on E flat major and do the beginner's part. That's 1 octave up and down. Just learn it. It will help you with the key. Now, of course, the fingering in the scale isn't necessarily the fingering you're going to be using in the music. But if you had more difficult music with a lot of runs and things in it, and it was an E flat run going up and down, you would finger it like you would in the scale. Now, primary chords, we need to know these, so let's go through them. They're important. The 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5/7 chord. The 1 chord, remember, is here, because it's E flat, the bottom note's E flat, and we have a B flat in the key signature. If you're getting confused on this, then go to the white keys, use E in the bottom, and it's every other note, like that, and then add the flats according to the key signature. Well, we have a B flat, that's here, and we have an E flat here, and we have an A flat, but I'm not playing an A, so I don't have to worry about it right here. So that's the chord. Then we have the 4 chord, which is an A flat chord, which is here. I give it to you. Now we have the A flat. And then there's a 5/7 chord. They give you the 1 chord next, but I'm going the 5/7 chord is here. It's a dominant 7th, or a 5/7. And they tell you it's a B flat 7. Got a lot of names for 1 chord, don't it? Learn them in both hands. It will help you out. For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. Follow the fingering they've got in there, you'll be fine. 1 hand at a time until you can get it. In this piece, at the bottom, at the end of the last line, you see a DC Al fine. So remember, DC goes back to the beginning. Al fine goes to fine, so now you're going to look for a fine. It's got to be somewhere. And it's at the end of the 2nd line. It always seems to be the end of the 2nd line here, because that's not always the case. It just happens to be there here. So we're going to play all 3 lines, and then we're going to go back up and play the first 2 lines again. There is a 1-beat pickup. They'll give us 5 counts when we play it. You have the melody in the right hand. They are giving you a few slurs and things. Make sure you do those. But even if it's not slurred in the music, unless you have a good reason, just go ahead and play it connected. Don't, you know. Just play it normal. You can sing along if you want to. Notice the fingering in the left hand to start is not a 5/1, you'd think, because that's a chord. It's a 5/2. And the reason, in case you're curious, is because in the next measure you need middle C. You need a thumb for that. So you're kind of looking ahead to what's coming up to tell you how to finger things now. So you're starting out here so you can play this later. There are 8th rests in the left hand. Well, look at the last 2 measures of the first line as an example. In the left hand, the next to the last measure, you have middle C. That's a dotted quarter note, gets 3 counts. Then you have a B flat quarter note, gets 2 counts. Then that little thingy, that is an 8th rest, and that's important. So you're gonna, in the left hand, you gotta be quiet for 1 beat. So when the right hand plays that G, it's by itself. Left hand isn't in the way there. And you have these rests all over the place, so make sure you play the rest. That means make sure you are quiet so the right hand gets its note by itself. Let's try this out real slow. I put the metronome on 70, but it's beating 8th notes. So at the beginning like this, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. So let's try it at that speed. Again, if you're getting confused, just play it one hand at a time for a while. Please don't rush through this book. It advances too fast. Take the time to learn these as you go through this. If you are totally lost or you're really struggling, go back and do the book again. Start again. Each time you do that, you're going to get a little better at it. So, right hand is here. Left hand is here. I'll give us 5 counts because there's a pickup beat. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The beginning.